At times, we find ourselves in situations where we feel undervalued, manipulated, or even trapped. It's easy to spiral into frustration and self-doubt. But what if every challenge, every difficult interaction, could be transformed into a tool for self-growth? What if, instead of feeling defeated, you could harness these moments to build resilience and strengthen your sense of self? This isn't about competing with others or trying to win against them. It's about gaining mastery over your own emotions and responses. Today, I'm going to introduce you to a perspective that has the power to reshape the way you handle difficult relationships, especially those with people who seem to drain your energy. Stoicism offers more than just a coping mechanism. It provides a way to thrive. By applying its principles, you begin to see obstacles as opportunities, setbacks as lessons, and manipulation as an invitation to reclaim your personal power. This shift in mindset isn't just insightful, it's transformative. As we explore these concepts, remember this: you are in control of your emotions. You have the ability to build a life of peace and inner strength, regardless of who or what tries to disrupt it. Stick with me as we break down practical Stoic techniques that will not only help you navigate toxic interactions, but also enhance your overall well-being. And if you find value in this discussion, the simplest way to support this journey is to subscribe. Also, make sure to watch this video in its entirety, because if you're here seeking wisdom in the modern world, you're already setting yourself apart from the crowd. Let's dive in. Take a moment to reflect on past relationships that felt more exhausting than fulfilling. Maybe, in hindsight, you realize that certain people consistently took more than they gave, leaving you drained and uncertain about why. It's common to dismiss these behaviors at first, blaming stress, life circumstances, or even yourself. But Stoicism teaches us to look deeper, beyond surface-level interactions, and recognize recurring patterns. It encourages us to understand not just what is happening, but why it affects us. Are we afraid of confrontation? Do we seek approval to our own detriment? These questions aren't just theoretical. They hold the key to freeing ourselves from emotional manipulation. Each difficult interaction you've experienced has given you an opportunity to apply wisdom. You've likely learned, sometimes the hard way, that not every battle is worth fighting. Not because you lack strength, but because your energy is better spent on pursuits that truly matter. This is the essence of resilience, knowing when to engage and when to step back. Imagine how different your reactions could be if you had recognized these dynamics earlier. Moving forward, you don't just have to endure such relationships. You can rise above them, armed with the understanding that you control how you respond. People who constantly take without reciprocating often view relationships as tools for their own benefit. This imbalance isn't just about emotional exhaustion. It's a systematic drain on your mental and even physical well-being. Recognizing this can be unsettling, but it's also liberating. Stoicism teaches us to see things as they truly are rather than how we wish them to be. This concept, known as the discipline of assent, helps us remove illusions and face reality with clarity. When dealing with manipulative individuals, this means understanding that no amount of effort on your part will fundamentally change their behavior. Their need for control and admiration is insatiable. You cannot fix them, nor should you try. Instead, your focus should be on maintaining your own stability and peace of mind. Stoicism doesn't just advocate for endurance. It teaches us to respond with wisdom. One of the most powerful ways to do this is by establishing boundaries. But here's the key. Boundaries aren't about changing the other person. They're about changing how you engage with them. Deciding what you will and won't tolerate is an act of self-respect, not aggression. When you recognize manipulative behaviors, whether subtle put-downs, guilt-tripping, or gaslighting, you gain the ability to step back with clarity rather than reacting emotionally. This allows you to navigate interactions on your terms. By understanding these dynamics, you give yourself the power to protect your well-being. Instead of falling for temporary charm or false promises, you can see through facade and make decisions that align with your inner peace. One of the most transformative Stoic practices is the art of indifference. This doesn't mean being cold or uncaring. It means choosing where to invest your emotional energy. When dealing with manipulative individuals, selective indifference becomes a shield. It allows you to detach from their provocations, their attempts to bait you into arguments, or their efforts to make you question yourself. Imagine the power of remaining calm and unshaken in the face of their tactics. This shift in perspective changes the entire dynamic. Those who thrive on controlling others lose their influence over you when you stop reacting as expected, instead of being drawn into their emotional games. At the heart of Stoicism is the understanding that your peace of mind is within your control. No one can take that from you unless you allow it. By applying these principles, you're not just learning to navigate difficult relationships, you're reclaiming your personal power. With every challenge, you have a choice: to be weighed down by negativity or to use it as fuel for growth. Choose the latter. Choose resilience. Choose clarity. And if you found value in this, don't forget to subscribe, because this journey of self-mastery is just beginning. Some people thrive on provoking emotional reactions, whether it's anger, sadness, or frustration. When you respond with neutrality, you deny them the emotional fuel they seek. This isn't about detachment from the person or relationship. Rather, it's a conscious choice to disengage from their manipulative tactics. Stoicism teaches that true power lies in our ability to control our responses. The philosophy's core idea, the dichotomy of control, distinguishes between what we can influence and what we cannot. While we cannot control the thoughts and behaviors of others, we can regulate how we react to them. By practicing emotional neutrality, you direct your energy toward what is within your control. This not only preserves your mental well-being, but also strengthens your inner peace and independence. Indifference, in this sense, serves as a protective shield, allowing you to interact with challenging individuals without being emotionally destabilized. You can listen to their words, recognize potential emotional triggers, and choose not to be affected. Mastering this approach takes time. It requires mindfulness, self-awareness, and a deep understanding of your core values. The goal isn't to suppress emotions entirely, but to regulate when and how they are expressed. Imagine your emotions as a fortress with gates. You determine who enters and when. This selective engagement safeguards your emotional health while allowing for meaningful connections on your terms. Beyond mere reflection, this practice fosters a deeper understanding of oneself. Recognizing personal triggers, vulnerabilities, and strengths enables more intentional and thoughtful responses. Stepping back from immediate emotional reactions grants clarity, particularly when dealing with manipulative individuals. Creating space between an external stimulus and your response is where your true power lies. In that moment, you regain control, choosing your reaction rather than being controlled by impulsive emotions. Self-awareness and reflection go hand in hand. Continually questioning your thoughts and feelings helps distinguish between genuine emotions and those influenced by external manipulation. Are you anxious because of a real threat, or is it a reaction to someone else's agenda? Are your responses shaped by past experiences rather than the present moment? By examining these patterns, you gain insights that prevent unhealthy dynamics from repeating. Stoicism teaches that wisdom comes from self-knowledge. The more you align your actions with reason and your core principles, the better equipped you are to navigate difficult relationships with clarity and purpose. You learn not to take things personally, not out of indifference, but because you recognize that people's actions often reflect their inner struggles more than anything about you. Practical ways to cultivate reflection and self-awareness include journaling, meditation, or simply setting aside moments of quiet introspection. These practices reinforce the habit of observing emotions without immediately acting on them. Over time, this mental discipline builds resilience, making you less susceptible to external chaos and manipulation. This approach isn't just about self-protection. It enriches all aspects of life. It improves relationships by fostering deeper understanding and more authentic interactions. It sharpens decision-making by ensuring that actions stem from clarity rather than fleeting emotions. By embracing this mindset, you shift from being reactive to proactive, not just in handling difficult personalities, but in every aspect of life. Importantly, this mindset does not equate to passivity or surrender. It's about recognizing and accepting reality as it is, not as we wish it to be. Some people's behaviors, such as a narcissist's need for validation, lack of empathy, or manipulative tendencies, are beyond our control. Acceptance of this fact prevents unnecessary frustration and empowers us to move forward with confidence and peace of mind. Breaking free from the need to change others is liberating. It removes the exhausting effort trying to control someone else and redirects your focus to what truly matters: your own responses, limits, and peace of mind. In the philosophy of Stoicism, acceptance means acknowledging your thoughts and emotions without resistance. Instead of getting lost in the turmoil caused by a narcissist's actions, you observe your feelings without being consumed by them. This isn't about ignoring or suppressing emotions, but rather recognizing them, understanding their root causes, and choosing not to let them dictate your behavior. You may feel anger, hurt, or frustration, but these emotions don't have to define your actions or your life. This shift in perspective is empowering because it places control back where it belongs, with you. Instead of reacting impulsively to a narcissist's provocations, you respond with clarity and composure. Not only does this transform your interactions with them, but also strengthens your overall mental and emotional well-being. Acceptance also involves letting go, whether it's past wounds or the future scenarios you once imagined. It calls you to stay grounded in the present moment. This can be challenging when past experiences were painful or when you fear manipulation in the future. However, Stoicism provides a mindset needed to face the now with confidence, knowing that you have the strength to handle whatever comes your way. Practicing this mindset can take many forms. Mindfulness exercises train you to stay present, while self-reflection helps you understand what is and isn't within your control. By embracing these habits, you gradually free yourself from frustration and helplessness, replacing them with resilience and inner stability. When we talk about empowerment in the context of dealing with narcissistic individuals, we're really talking about reclaiming control. Control over our emotions, reactions, and personal fulfillment. Stoicism reminds us that real power comes from within, not from external circumstances or other people's behavior. Mastering your own thoughts and responses is the highest form of strength. Imagine navigating life with an unshakable sense of calm, where outside chaos no longer disturbs your inner peace. That's the power of Stoicism. It helps you approach conflict with reason rather than emotion, making decisions based on your principles rather than impulsive reactions. A central idea in Stoic thought is amor fati, loving one's fate. This doesn't mean passive acceptance of whatever happens, but rather embracing every challenge as an opportunity to grow. With this mindset, even difficult interactions become chances to strengthen your character and stay true to your values. Stoicism also teaches the importance of self-reliance, finding contentment from within rather than seeking approval from others. When dealing with a narcissist, this is especially freeing. Instead of trying to please someone who may never be satisfied, you shift your focus to meeting your own standards and striving for personal excellence. You can cultivate this strength through daily practices like meditation, reflective reading, and journaling. These habits reinforce Stoic principles in your life, reminding you of your ability to govern your mind and emotions. They also serve as a mirror, helping you track your progress and stay aligned with what truly matters. Ultimately, Stoic empowerment is about recognizing that you shape your own reality. While you can't control everything that happens, you always control how you interpret and respond to it. This realization not only helps you navigate difficult relationships, but enhances every area of your life. You begin living with purpose, dignity, and a deep trust in your own resilience, free from the influence of negativity. This is true empowerment, and it's within reach for anyone willing to embrace Stoic wisdom. As we wrap up, remember, Stoicism is more than just a philosophy. It's a daily practice of self-mastery and strength. Commit to these teachings and watch yourself transform. Thank you for being part of this journey with Stoic Journal. For more insights on living a Stoic life, check out one of the suggested videos on the screen. Stay strong, stay wise, and keep cultivating inner peace.